Hello, my name is Selena.
And my name's Theoni, and you are listening to Piping Hot.
Hey everyone, how are you doing? Wow, that was a horrible way to open this stupid episode. We're gonna keep it though. We're gonna keep it. I sounded like a robot.
If you guys could have seen Selena's face, you could just tell. You could just tell on her face that she's like, I don't know what I am saying right now.
It's funny because like we've done this for so long now that like I should know, but like sometimes I get a brain fart where I'm like, who am I even talking to? Like, what am I doing?
Selena, like my life changed that day I tried to do the intro and I literally could not do it. Like, it's just not something I could do. So I respect that you can even get words out in a way that makes sense. So
thank you so much.
You're very, very welcome.
Anyways, how are you doing?
Oh my God.
I hate us. This episode is already so chaotic.
Jesus Christ. My Lord and Savior.
That's our title episode. That's our title episode.
Our Lord and Savior. Oh my God, I can't.
Oh.
Anyways. Holy shit. Okay, well, hey everybody. How are you doing, Selena?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm in a good mood today, which is very rare because
I know.
I like sometimes like if you listen to our like past episode, we were so tired, and I think that now that December is over and it's the beginning of a new year, I feel really refreshed and work is going good. It's just like a good restart, and so I'm feeling really well.
Okay, me too, actually.
Yeah.
Like, I think I texted my grad school friends about this today because one of my friends was like, how is everyone doing?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm actually in a good mood today, which is crazy because I've been like perpetually drinking all weekend for my birthday.
Yeah.
And so like, I honestly feel like really happy and just like in a good mood, and I started organizing my my makeup and hair drawer. I ran out of like the little organizer bins, so I still have to I just ordered more of those, so I'll have to finish it later in the week. But my project for this evening is to like reorganize my closet as well. So I'm trying to just like get my life together, but honestly, that kind of stuff is so satisfying to me. Yeah. Like I love getting reorganized and just, it makes me feel like I have my life together. And I got this cute perfume tray because I'm very into perfumes now, as you know. And it just looks so pretty.
Love it. You'll have to send me a picture of it.
I will. Once I'm done organizing everything, I'll give you a room tour, even though you've been in my room before, but like a new room tour.
Yes, no, of course. I should go through my clothes. That reminds me. I have way too many that I don't even wear. And I'm like, Selena, why do I have this in my closet then? So I should definitely do that too.
It's a good feeling because really, especially with like, I think we talked about this, like trying to make a capsule wardrobe or like have like good pieces that like can go with a lot. And so I feel like when you do that, you don't need as much. I still have way more than I need. But that's okay.
Yeah. What did you do for New Year's?
What did I do for New Year's? Well, that's a funny question that you ask. You're rude is what you are for asking that question.
I'm sorry. I just want our listeners to know what we are up to for New Year's because we haven't talked or we haven't had an episode since New Year's.
You're right. Okay. Well, basically, I was back in Minnesota. My friend Kaylin's birthday was December 28th. And so there was like a big group of us and we went to a cabin and we hung out and played games and like celebrated the new year. And me and her cousin Eric, we literally ate grapes under the pool table at midnight because I'm ready to find love. Like, let me know. And so that was pretty much my New Year's. But again, just a lot of drinking, a lot of playing games. Me and Eric were the champions of beer pong and what we call Callie's game because Kaylin's sister came up with it. But we won, so let's talk about it.
I'm proud
love
of you.
winning. I hate losing, so this worked out well for me.
I know. Yeah. I hate losing. No, I'm really proud of you. Like, I wouldn't expect anything less from you, truly.
Thank you.
Because you are so competitive.
No, literally, it's a problem.
Yeah.
But anyways, what'd you do for New Year's, pal?
I did nothing. I was in bed by 10 and fell asleep before midnight, which is fine. I just, like, it's so exhausting. One, trying to stay up, and two, I just, like, don't really like drinking anymore. Like, I will have, like, a casual glass of wine or whatever if I'm, like, in a big group of people, like, just social drinking. But, like, other than that, like, I can't drink like I used to in college. Like, I used to go all night and I could drink so much, and now I'm like literally 25, but I'm like, I can't. I literally cannot anymore.
No, it is crazy how your body just like changes in that way. Like, I don't even know how to describe it, but I have this really good habit whenever I drink. My body naturally wakes me up at like 4 or 5 a.m. So then I get up, chug a ton of water, take some ibuprofen, and then go back to sleep. So then when I wake up, I'm good to go. So don't ask me how that happens, but like it is a big blessing because it helps me avoid a hangover so much.
Yeah. No, good for you. Wow. Your body's like, I got you. It's working overtime.
Literally. Oh my gosh. But it worked out. But yeah, New Year's was really fun, and I just got done celebrating my birthday over the weekend. So now we're both elderly people. We're 25, what up? And yeah, so I honestly, sorry, now I'm just talking.
Go for it.
You can tell when I'm in a good mood because my voice is like, you know. But anyways, I feel like my birthday just like, I usually hate my birthday. We've talked about this. It's like a Jess from New Girl situation. I feel like there's always expectations. It's never what you want it to be. I don't know why. I've just never liked it.
Yeah.
But this year was the first time I really felt like I fully enjoyed my birthday. Like I just the people I have in my life like made me feel so loved, and they were so thoughtful, and just even like my friends from afar, like you sent me a gift. Yo, Selena sent me candles that smell like durian and face sand, so Farrah and Reese. And I literally like, the smell of Dorian's candle turned me on. Like, I don't know how else to say this to you right now. And Selena got me book of the month. Like, the heck? Like, truly, I just don't know what to do. I literally was saying to my roommates, I was like, if people keep doing nice things for me, I don't know what to, like, it's like everyone was so, like, I just, it's just, you feel like you don't deserve it. Like, why are people giving me that? Like, it just, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's very nice, but it's like overwhelming.
Yeah, that is such a you response, and I love it. Like, it's like you can't accept it. You're like, what do I do with all of this love? Like,
no, literally, I didn't know what to do. But anyways, I think that's part of why I'm in such a good mood. Like, I had a hard time coming back to Boston after being home for the holidays and around friends and family. And then coming back to that, I just feel like so content with the people I have in my life. And that's like that's a really good feeling, because it's hard to feel that way, you know?
No, definitely. To know that like the connections that you have and you care about, like they're so strong, and like they showed up for your birthday, which again can be kind of a little touchy for some people. So that's awesome though.
Yeah. So shout out to my friends and family.
Any other life updates?
No, I mean, not really. I guess, I don't know how much I should share, but like also, I guess my life update is that guy in Bumble ghosted me. I won't tell his name. And I'm not going to get into the story, but let me just say, whoever's listening, don't ghost people. Like, don't do it. Y'all are better than that. Like, we're adults.
We're adults here. Like, you need to learn how to communicate, and if you don't, like, maybe you should go figure that out in therapy. I don't know, like,
literally, especially when you tell someone you're not gonna go anywhere and then you ghost them.
Okay, wait, your TikTok was so funny. Everyone go to Theoni's personal TikTok. The TikTok that she made about him ghosting her is so funny. I was cackling. Like, oh my gosh. It was so clever.
I was like, if I'm going to be ghosted, I'm going to get some content out of this.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to escape. The best part is this man added me on LinkedIn. He added me on LinkedIn and then went out of his way to disconnect with me. Like, after I unfollowed him on Instagram. LinkedIn? Are you be fucking for real right now? Like, that is freaking ridiculous. And why were you adding? You know what? That should have been my red flag right there. That you added me on LinkedIn. The hell?
That's an ick for me.
No, it's an ick for me too now, honestly.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The good thing is,
I can't believe it. I really. Oh my gosh.
The good thing is that we can still do your Bumble episodes, your Hinge episodes, you know, like those are still classics, so we can still do those.
I'm so done with like dating. I've been like just a lot of things have been happening lately that have been making me just think about punch your face away. Punch your face.
Don't look at me then. Don't look at me.
No, I've just been thinking a lot about dating and like whatever. And I think I'm just at the point in my life where I'm like, if I want to pursue someone, I'm going to pursue them. Because if they say no, then good. Bye. Peace.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't deserve me anyway. Bye. No, that's so annoying. But it's also like, I would just rather know and like move on than not.
Yes.
And also, why would I waste my time trying to not do what I wanted to do? Like, the worst that someone can do is say no. And like, okay, done.
And I think that's what hit the hardest with this situation that you just recently had is that like he couldn't even tell you. Like that was like the problem. Like you were being so clear in communication and you know what you want and you are so honest that like he couldn't even tell you that he didn't want to talk anymore. It just like baffles me. Like
I know.
But then again, they're men, so like the bar's on the damn floor. It's in hell. That's how low it is. So I don't know.
No, it literally is. Like you could have just said like not interested. Like it could have been so simple. I literally opened the door for you to just tell me like, hey, I'm not interested, and I can deal with that because I'm an adult and I know my self-worth and what I deserve. So like my feelings won't be hurt, but like
communicate. Literally communicate.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyways, 2023 is going to bring you amazing happiness, not through men. Who needs men to be happy?
Well, maybe through men. We'll see. Tarot card TikTok said I'd be finding my soulmate tomorrow, so here we freaking go.
Okay, those readings though are lies. Okay,
I know. Literally.
Okay, don't even get me started.
The shit I send Selena on TikTok is so funny because it always directly applies to what's going on in my life and it always pisses her off so much. She's like, Theoni, don't you dare listen to that right now.
It's all lies. It's bullshit, okay? My life update, I don't have much, but the one big thing is that I'm going to be an aunt, which I told you. Because my brother-in-law, they are having their first kid, and so I'm really excited. I'm really excited for them. I'm love so babies. I'm very excited.
That's so special to have a baby in the family, to just cuddle and like spoil and
Yeah, and it'll be the first baby on their side of the family, on my in-laws' side of the family. So that'll be really exciting.
So excited. Everyone's going to be absolutely obsessed with that baby.
I am going to be the cool aunt.
Oh, you will. You and Jack are already set. Like you guys are going to be like the cool family members, you know?
We're going to be like, oh, we just came back from like a trip abroad and now we're back. Like we're going to be those people.
Yes, be those people. Honestly, that's what you got to strive for.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what are you drinking today?
I am drinking chamomile, manuka honey, and vanilla, I think is the third one.
Nice.
Again, I don't know. I was just like in a good mood when I was picking my tea and I was like, I haven't drank that in a while. So that's what I'm drinking. What about you?
I am drinking the honey turmeric vitality chai something or another, I think.
Yeah.
it tastes better because I added additional honey to just like the tea, and that has made a huge difference. Because I remember when I first tried it, I did not like it at all.
Yes.
And so, but I was like, I have all this tea now, so I have to find a way to like it. And so adding the honey definitely made a big difference. So
good.
That's
I'm happy.
nice.
Yeah, because I remember you really like did not like that tea.
No, like it was like bleh, like bleh. Yeah. So
very nice.
What are you reading, watching, consuming, listening to?
Yes! Good job!
Boom shakalaka!
We are growing and learning in 2023. Okay, I'll start with listening. So I have been listening to a lot of different things, really.
Ooh.
So I have been listening to Carly Rae Jepsen's 2 albums based on my friend's recommendation. So I listened to her Emotions album that was released in 2015, and then I listened to her most recently released album, The Loneliest Time, which was released in 2022. I like Emotions, but I think I just like wasn't really vibing with it. Sure. The Loneliest Time, though, that album, so good.
Really?
I'm like so impressed with that album, and it's just like a vibe, and I love it, and I'll just play it in the house. Ugh, it puts me in a good mood.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll have to go listen to it now. Don't let me forget, because that actually sounds really cool.
It's like super, it's like really fun pop. I love it.
Oh, okay.
And then I've also been listening to Miley Cyrus's Plastic Hearts, which she released in 2020.
Me too. I've been listening to Miley Cyrus too, like a lot. Like specifically Give Me What I Want.
Yeah.
WTF Do I Know, and Midnight Sky. Those are my 3 favorites that I've been listening to right now. But also, one of my favorite songs of all time is Night Crawling with like Miley Cyrus and Billy Idol. That song is beyond. Like, honestly, re-listening to it because of her New Year's celebration kind of got me back into it.
Yes.
That album is criminally underrated.
Yeah. Night Crawling is probably my favorite song on the album. It is so good.
It's so good.
And then I was listening to Prisoner again, and I was like, oh, wait, this is I forgot how much of a bop it is.
It slaps. We should re-record it, not in like our dramatic slow way, just like the full on. Because we sound good singing that song.
We do. I think our voices blend really well in that. And it also fits like our voice range really well.
Definitely.
And then I also really like that she added Heart of Glass from the iHeart Festival on her Plastic Hearts album, because she kills that song. Like, she is so good. Like,
this needs to be her year. It's time for her to get the recognition she deserves. Like, she's coming out with the song the 13th, I think, which we should talk about on our next episode that we record, but or whenever we record after it's released. But I'm so excited. I'm so excited for new music.
Yes. And then the last thing that I'm listening to, it's a song trending on TikTok, but I have heard about the group so many times, but now that their song blew up, so I was like, you know what? I should go and actually listen to the full song on Spotify. And it is called Cardboard Box by Flo. Have you heard of it?
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, it is like it's so like Destiny's Child. Like, it's
really
so reminiscent of like the early 2000s, late like 90s, and it's so good. It's such a bop.
Nice. Okay, cool. I'll have to listen to it then.
Yes. What are you listening to?
Let me check my Spotify real quick. I've been listening to, so I was talking to Selena about this before, but I made, and I'm still in process of adding to, a playlist on Spotify called my 2023 Mood Board. So it's basically all songs that kind of embody the vibe or the feeling that I want for this upcoming year. And honestly, it's a lot of like bops in the sense of like, a lot of ones just like coming into your own and like not giving a fuck, you know? Yeah. So I've been listening. Oh, there's this one song from the Charlie's Angels soundtrack, the one with like all that. It's called How It's Done with Kim Petras, Cash Doll, Alma, and Stefan Don. I don't know. It is such a bop. Like I literally... Oh my god, it's so good. I've been listening to quite a bit of Miley Cyrus, so like Mother's Daughter, Plastic Hearts, This Hell by Rina Sawayama.
Oh, I know who that is.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't heard the song though.
Yeah. It's really good. Okay. I just need to send you my playlist so you can listen to it.
Really.
And then yeah, I feel like those are probably the newest like fun ones. Oh, Jealous of Myself as well is really good. So
nice.
Yes. But yeah, that's what I'm listening to.
Very nice.
Yep.
What are you reading?
Well, I am not reading anything right now, but I am going to start, and this is similar to you. Maybe this is a good time. So I think we talked about this on our last episode, how Selena and I are going to do a book club book once a month. So January was my choice for what book we're going to read. So I chose A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. We're going to start that next week. So that'll be the next book that I pick up. But I am so excited. I love a good mythology. It's very close to my heart, like my ancestors, obviously.
Yeah.
But no, this is like a Hades and Persephone retelling.
Yep.
I'm super excited. I've heard it's spicy, right? I think.
Yes. Like it blew up during like COVID, the pandemic on TikTok. Like that's how I heard of it originally. I'm very excited too. Like I'm just like generally excited that we're doing a book club this year, like a non-official book club, but like I'm so excited because I was telling Theoni before this recording that like we've read books in 2022 and we've read really bad books together. We've also read really great books that really was the gateway to like new books like Emily Henry. Like that was a book club read for us, you know?
I cannot believe that was our intro to Emily. Emily Henry is like everything to me. Like I don't even know how to describe it. I just wow.
Yeah. Like, I would give her anything to
truly
read all the romance ideas she has in her head.
Literally. What are you reading?
I am reading Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lynn Tan. It's an adult fantasy.
Okay.
And here's my thing. I don't think I'm vibing with her writing style.
Okay.
And I think that's what's really like off-putting to me, especially like I could not get into the first 200 pages just because of her writing style. And I was like, I didn't want to put it down because I knew people really liked it, but I personally couldn't get past how she wrote. But on the other hand, I read over like 100 pages yesterday of the book. So like I'm a little torn, right? Like 100 pages is a lot for me in a day. So I'm a little torn because it's like I don't really like her writing style, but the story keeps ramping up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to keep reading and I want to know. So, I mean, I'm invested, but I think it's just a personal preference of like how her writing style is. So
fair enough, yeah.
Yeah. But it's fun. I mean, I don't regret reading it. I'm excited to see how it ends.
Like you're happy you read it, but it doesn't not every book has to be your favorite, you know?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Okay, and then I want to talk about, it's a little tangent, but it's still about reading.
Okay.
My sister is reading ACOTAR, and I know your sister is reading ACOTAR, and also your friend is reading ACOTAR. I just want to to vent a little bit.
Yes,
I feel
please.
like you understand, okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Spoilers for SJM coming up, I'm sure.
Well, I'm not going to spoil much, but I just need to like let it out.
Okay.
What was I going to say? Oh, so my sister's on ACOWAR, right? And like the thing that she loves to do is that she loves to look up like reference pictures. And I'm like, you need to stop. And she keeps sending me TikToks and fan art. And I'm like, the reason why I haven't sent fan art yet is because spoilers. Like, if you know what I know, we both read one single book that I'm not going to talk about right now, but like there are huge spoilers. And I think one thing that Sarah J. Maas does really well is that she keeps us really delusional. Like she does such a great job at keeping us delusional, and I think that's a really fun part of it. But like,
it is.
I think it's also me too. Like I cannot handle spoilers. Like
Same.
I love the surprise so much that like I need to avoid spoilers at all costs. But like, my sister is like sending me fan art and all of this stuff, and I'm like, well, I love looking at Reese. Like, you need to stop looking at Reese.
No, she
like,
does. She's gonna spoil something for herself, and she's gonna be so angry.
Yeah.
She should just ask. She should ask you for reference pics.
I know. I told her that. I was like, if you need a reference, I will send it to you.
But we all have our habits. We all have our habits.
I know. So, Sabrina, if you're listening, I'm very annoyed, but I think that's it for reading.
Okay.
What are you watching?
I started the new season of The Circle with my roommates, which has been pretty good so far. It's one of those shows where it's not good, but you have to keep watching. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of a waste of life, but like I love it. So
what's the premise? It's like a reality TV show, right?
Yeah, it's basically like a social media competition. It's so hard to explain, but basically like you can either play as yourself or as a catfish, and basically you go through these little challenges or like voting things or whatever, and basically there ends up being one person at the end who wins based on like a rankings. So
interesting.
I don't know, it's very and you can get booted off and stuff like that, so you have to make alliances and stuff like that. So and there's like a cash prize and whatnot. So
yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. What are you watching?
I'm still watching Shark Tank.
Nice.
I finished season 6 of Rick and Morty with Jack, which was really fun. And then I restarted New Girl. So I watched season 1, episode 1 last night, and I'm like, wow, like this is crazy. Like it's so crazy.
That show is just incredible. It'll never go old. It'll never go old.
No. And lastly, what are you consuming?
I was telling Selena before we started recording that I just went to a potluck with like the people in our condo association or whatever. That sounded so freaking pretentious. Like it's not like that, I promise. But we like had a little potluck, so I got to try a bunch of different foods. So that's mostly what I'm consuming. But I did for my birthday last night. We went to this really good restaurant in Brookline called Barcelona Wine Bar, and it's basically like a tapas place. So we got like a ton of stuff to share, and like a huge thing of paella, and like I got a wine flight. The food was incredible. It was so yummy.
That sounds so good.
Mm-hmm. No, if we went there, it would be like a Korean barbecue situation where I still cannot believe we ate all of that food. Like every drop.
No, me neither. In New York, we went to a Korean barbecue place, and they gave us, Korean barbecue always gives you so much food, but the fact that it was just the two of us and all of that food, I was like, oh my gosh, but it was delicious.
It was so good.
So good.
Yeah. What are you consuming?
I'm consuming, so I have done like new meal preps for this past week. Nice. So I've been eating like a hummus bowl for lunch and a spicy chicken pineapple bowl for dinner, and I actually really like it. Like I'm really digging the hummus bowl that I put together. But yeah, that's
hummus bowls kind of rock. Like honestly, a bowl of any kind, because I feel like it's so easy to make it taste good, and like it's so easy to make healthy as well, which I really really like.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I was actually going to make like a Greek bowl, Greek chicken bowl for like this week. But I also just got so many leftovers that I'm like, I might wait to go grocery shopping, but we'll see. But
nice.
Love a good bowl.
Yes, same. Pop culture?
Oh, yes, pop culture. Okay.
So this is a little old news, but I know we talked about it offline, but I still want to mention it on the podcast. But at the end of December, it was rumored that Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, and Henry Cavill met via Zoom to talk about suing Warner Brothers for breaking their contract. And I am just so happy for them because Warner Brothers has screwed them over so horribly. I'm baffled that Warner Brothers can like do that. You know?
It's horrible. So are they actually going through with the lawsuit?
I don't know. It was just a rumor. I tried to look up and see if there was any other new information that came out, but I didn't see it. Okay. But I do know that originally Ben Affleck signed a contract that included him to direct a Batman movie. And I didn't even know that. I was like, what? He was supposed to direct a Batman movie. Like that's what he agreed upon. Gal Gadot was supposed to do 3 movies, right? But as we talked about last episode or a few episodes ago, the 3rd movie is in the trash now, and then obviously we know about Henry Cavill and how he got cut as Superman. And so I feel so bad for them because like they were locked into these contracts, and they couldn't take any other additional roles, thinking that they were going to make these movies, but then they didn't. So I just feel really bad, and it also kind of reminds me of Scarlett Johansson's situation with Marvel and
Widow,
Disney.
yeah.
Yes, it's not as extreme, and thankfully Scarlett walked away on good terms with Disney and Marvel from that whole kind of suit that was happening, but like this is gonna be really bad if they go through with it.
Yeah, no,
so bad.
Well, because that's 3 powerful people who made it's just horrible. And honestly, I hope if they do decide to sue them that they win, because they can't be doing that. Like, that's people's livelihoods. Like, these people have children. Like,
yes, and it's damaging their careers when they think they're gonna do these like really big movies and then they don't. Also, for Ben Affleck, like having a directing credit is huge.
It is,
you know,
huge.
So like it sucks when the studio is like, oh, just kidding, but they're violating the contract. You know,
you can't do that. You can't do that. So my pop culture thing is gonna be a 3-in-1, and then I only have one other thing. But I really feel like since the last time we recorded, a lot of people died.
Yeah, it's been wild.
No, it has been wild. Okay, so let me list the 3 people that I have, okay?
Okay.
So Vivienne Westwood passed away, who famous fashion designer. Barbara Walters died. Everyone knows Barbara Walters.
Yep.
What does she do? Like news something?
Yeah, she was like a journalist, like a...
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so she died, and then also the Pope died, I guess.
The Pope died?
The Pope died.
No,
one
he
of the
didn't.
popes.
Oh, like the Pope or one or a Pope? What Pope?
I don't know that Pope.
Wait. Okay, I'm gonna Google. I didn't hear about this.
Pope Francis, maybe? I think Pope Francis. They're all Francis or John or whatever. I think Pope Francis died. I promise I didn't make that up.
No, not Pope Pope Benedict's.
Who the hell?
Pope. Yeah, it's
Pope
not.
Benedict.
It says 3 days ago, Pope Benedict's funeral has ended.
Okay, so Pope Benedict. So it must have been a pope that is not a pope anymore, or like is a pope, but like there's only one pope. I don't know. I'm not Catholic. I don't know how that works, but
I don't. I grew up as Catholic, and I do not understand.
Anyways, rip Pope.
Yeah, rip Pope. Wow. Okay. You know what?
What?
It's weird that like every year, January just comes out with like the wildest things. I feel like the wildest things happen in January, and I'm like, can I just breathe for a second? Like, it's a new year.
I know, straight up, every single year. Every single year.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like my pop culture thing. Lots of people died. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Okay, well, this doesn't help because my next one is like very sad. But it's like on a good note. Jeremy Renner got into a really horrible accident on January 1st after being crushed by a freaking snowplow. And I just like, when I saw that, I was like, literally, like, can I breathe for a second? It is January 1st, and I like haven't even started the year.
No,
you know?
Literally. And thank God he's out of critical condition now.
Yes.
He's doing better. Like, it's probably going to be a long recovery, but he will be fine. So thank God for that. But how scary. Like, I know, these are freak accidents. Like,
I know. Yeah. And it was his birthday yesterday, his 52nd birthday. So he spent that in the hospital. Like, again, I'm just like really happy that the team there has really helped him and that he's going to be fine, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, please, can I just have a moment?
No, literally. And then I didn't have this on my list, but kind of going off of like injuries, Damar Hamlin from the Buffalo Bills. Did you hear about that?
Oh my gosh.
You guys, this is terrifying. I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard about it because it's been everywhere. But basically, they're doing a play and he collided with a player. But they collided and he like got up and then literally just like fell back. Like went into cardiac arrest on the field. They had to resuscitate him, rush him to the hospital. He was in critical condition, like whatever. For a long time, but he just literally collapsed. Like nothing like that has ever happened before. Like everyone's like, this has never happened in football before, but like everyone, like a huge outpouring of support. And like I just thought it was really cool to see everyone come together like that. But like a really, really, really scary situation.
So
and
scary.
The doctor said basically, I think what happened is like they collided right at the moment his heart did a certain thing that everyone's heart did, and the timing and the hit was just so perfect that it just like shut down his heart.
Oh my gosh.
Which is terrifying.
Yeah.
It like gives me chills. But
no,
thankfully I think he's in the ICU now, not in critical condition anymore. He like woke up and I don't think communicated I think he is talking again. I think he is talking again now, but either way, I don't know, just a pop culture thing, but how terrifying.
Terrifying. Truly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. My next other things that are more on a happy note.
Okay, cool. We need some of that. Yes.
Pete Davidson and Emily, whatever her last name is.
Ratajkowski?
Yeah, broke up.
Oh,
but
rip.
I'm not.
Could have seen that coming.
Right? Literally. I'm not surprised. Like, whatever. So, I don't know. They always kind of seemed like a little odd to me.
Same.
So, we already kind of talked about this before, but Miley Cyrus's New Year's Eve party aired on NBC, and I saw clips on TikTok, and she is amazing. Like, I just love her.
She is so, like, again, I know we talked about this, but she's so underrated. Like, her performances with Dolly Parton were incredible.
Yes.
Her performance of Midnight Sky with Fletcher was incredible.
So good.
The tension, it was so good.
Yeah.
And I need there to be a Dolly Parton biopic movie, and Miley Cyrus needs to be Dolly Parton. Like, also, I'm sorry.
I didn't realize how old Dolly is.
Yeah, no, she's old.
She's old, but she held her ground. She sounds amazing.
Did. Yeah.
Like,
she's on another level, honestly.
Yes, like, she can still sing all of her songs perfectly, as well as sing Miley's song as well. Like, she's taken care of her voice so great through these years. Like, I'm just impressed.
No, same. It's crazy.
Queen shit. That's it.
No,
right
literally.
There. My next thing is that Prince Harry's newest book, his memoir, Spare, is going to be released on January 10th. But snippets have already started rolling out, and I don't read memoirs. Like, I am not a big memoir girl.
Same.
But I will be, like, Googling all the reviews because I am here for the tea. Like, that is what it is.
Yes. But
so
also,
I'm excited.
I still, even like after watching the Harry and Meghan documentary, good for them for speaking out. Like,
yes,
you don't even
Wait, did
realize.
you finish that documentary?
I did.
What'd you think?
I thought it was fantastic.
Right?
I thought that I'm trying to say this in a way that sounds, I'm just going to say it and like take it with a grain of salt, okay?
Okay.
People are always like, oh, I don't like Meghan. Like, she just gives me bad vibes and like, she just whatever. And I'm like, she is just a well-spoken woman who stands her ground and like knows what she wants and knows what she needs to do. And you're going to villainize her for that. Like, she doesn't have to be your favorite person, but there's nothing odd about her. She is one of the most well-spoken, respectful, genuine people after watching that. And like, obviously they created it, so they're going to put her in a certain light. But like, just hearing how everything went and like their love story and how they supported each other, I think was just such a beautiful thing. Right. Truly. So I'm a fan of both of them, honestly. And they're so brave.
I love them so much. And their love story is adorable.
It's like a freaking book.
It is. And that's what they said in the documentary, that it's like a fairy tale. And it really is, because again, they made it work. If he wanted to, he would. And they both did. She flew across the freaking ocean so many times to go see him. And I'm like, wow, like that is commitment. And I really applaud them for being as strong as they were with the British press on their backs, you know?
100%.
But I love them. I love them.
Me too.
My last pop culture is that Chris Evans and his new girlfriend, Alba Baptista, made it Instagram official. I thought it was pretty adorable. I'm not gonna lie.
It is adorable. I mean, we're all a little jealous, of course, but they really seem like just a genuine, happy couple. Yeah, and I'm happy for him. He deserves it because he wants a family.
I know.
You know.
Yeah.
So, the way they scared each other is so funny.
So funny. Like, I love it. Like, you can just tell that they have so much fun together. Like,
100%.
I love it. I will say, the age gap, I'm a little, like...
She looks young, too.
Off-put. Yeah, he's 41, which I didn't realize that he was that old, because he doesn't look that old. Mm-mm. I thought he was, like, in his mid-30s.
Yeah.
And she's 25. So we could be dating Chris Evans. Like, isn't that crazy?
I know some people don't get, I always get bothered by age gaps a little bit. I mean, it is what it is, but it's just hard for me to come to terms with it. I don't know.
I can do age gaps, but at a point. And I think this one is pushing it for me just a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay. But regardless, I guess they're happy, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
But that's it for me on pop culture.
Nice. Alrighty. Should we hop into our topic of the day?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, so today Selena and I just wanted to kind of go over our New Year's goals. It should be a pretty straightforward, easy episode, but we just kind of wanted to, set our intentions for the year. And I think we talked about this last episode very briefly, but I think talking to someone about your goals help you stay more accountable.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people get very discouraged, especially at the year if they don't follow through. But like my recommendation to you is even if you feel like you're not going to follow through with the goals, it can still be helpful to even just have an idea or a vibe. Like I was talking about with the 2023 mood board playlist, because I know sometimes it can be really hard on people if you set goals and you can't hold yourself to them. So you can either make very broad goals or just go in with a vibe, but like just setting an intention for the year, I think is so good. And like, it's just such a positive thing.
Yeah. And I agree too. 'Cause like I was never really one who did yearly goals until I shifted my mindset on it, which I'll talk about. Because I am a perfectionist, and it's like I need to accomplish what I set out to. And if I don't, then I'm not worth anything,
Yep.
Obviously, I've gone to therapy and I don't have that mindset anymore. But, it's like it's hard to like keep goals for a year and be focused. But you're so right that it's like an intention thing. It's not what you accomplish.
100%. So that's my goal going into the year. But basically what we did, I personally set it up. So I made a wallpaper for my desktop. I have a section with my 2023 goals. I have a couple pictures, and then I have like songs of the year. So I have 5 on my desktop that I want to like embody for the year. Yes. And then I also have my favorite Bible verse there, which I'm just going to share it. Even if you're not a religious person, I feel like this is very nice. So it says, love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. Corinthians 13:6. I really like that because, I don't know, I love love. That doesn't just mean romantic love. It means like in your friendships with your family, in the way that you like take on your life, right? Yeah. And so like when it says love does not delight in evil, it's saying like I don't know. For me, I took it as like a very personal thing. Like, I'm not going to focus on the negative because that's not the way to get what I want. Like, trying to be more grateful and like including these positive things in your life, like being truthful with yourself is how you can like find that. Anyways, oh my God, I'm getting all philosophical. I need to shut the fuck up.
But, I love it.
But I, again, just like really trying to like head into this year with like positive intentions.
Yes,
so.
Definitely. I don't have a playlist or anything like that. I tried to put one together and then I just like couldn't figure out songs, but maybe I'll put it together. But I do have a word for 2023, and that is discipline, which is a noun. And the definition is orderly or prescribed conduct or pattern of behavior, an activity, exercise, or regimen that develops or improves a skill. And the reason why I picked discipline is because I'm really good at focusing on something for a week and then I drop it, right? And so I really wanted to focus on my goals and really keep to them because I know I can keep to them. Like I've done it last year. So it's like, okay, well, if I know I can do it, then I just need to stick it out. And I need to have discipline in order to have, you know, the goals or the dreams that I want to reach. And so I'm really trying to discipline myself and do the things that I want in order to reach my goals, which I'll talk about. But yeah.
That's awesome. I feel like that's a really good word because I feel like people hear discipline and it almost can have a negative connotation.
Yes. Yeah.
But to me, it's like you're having discipline in a way that makes sense for you. And that's going to look different for every person. And it's basically just like holding yourself to the standards of what's going to be the most beneficial for you.
Yes.
You know?
Exactly. So, yeah.
Mic drop. Okay.
Okay, what category do you want to start with?
We can start with social.
I don't have social. Well,
what categories do you have?
I have health, creative, finance, and self-growth.
Okay. Well, I'll start with social then.
Okay.
Basically for my social, so the first goal I have is to remember birthdays. I'm really bad at remembering birthdays, but I think even just people reaching out to you just to let you know that they're thinking of you, I think is a really good thing. So I want to be more vigilant about that.
Nice.
And then my two other things, I guess, no, they don't really go hand in hand. My other goal is to like continue sustaining my friendships because I feel like I've kind of hinted at this on the podcast before, but I think especially with having so many long distance friendships, you have to be very intentional about the time that you're taking to talk to people and reach out to them. And so I just want to continue being intentional and continuing to foster those friendships because they are such a huge part of my life and like one of my favorite parts of my life. So like I want to make sure that I'm giving them the attention that they deserve. And then my other goal for social is to share more about my past, but that kind of goes into the theme of like vulnerability. You know this because we're very, very close, Selena. I am really good at like alluding to things that have happened in my past or alluding to these like trauma things that have happened, right? But I will avoid giving details about my life at all costs. Like I hate it, which is horrible because I'm a therapist. So I expect people to do this to me each and every day. But it is just something I struggle with so hard. And I could get into why that is, but I'm not going to here. But I want to challenge myself to, I guess a better way to say it is to be more vulnerable. So I hope that I can do that.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, when you said that, I was like, you know who you are? You are the morally gray love interest in a YA fantasy book that the main character has to crack open and then they have to like tell their backstory. You know what I mean? It's like you need to get character development and then in the third act, they finally reveal what happened and like why they are the way they are. Sorry, I'm ridiculous.
No, it's okay. I'm happy to be your inspiration. Okay, so you start with one of your categories and then I'll just go next.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I will jump into the health category. Cool. So one of my goals, I only have 2 goals in the health category. Okay. My first one is to eat food with better nutritional value that will benefit me and my gains. Because one of my goals last year of 2022 was to work out consistently, which I achieved. And like, that's super great. Now this year, I want to focus on being sure that I'm eating things that help me build those muscles that I'm working so tirelessly in the gym. So I'm just being a little more thoughtful about like how I plan my meals, what I'm eating. And then the desired feeling that I want to feel from this goal is that I want to feel healthy and full from the foods I eat. So
nice.
Yes. And then my second goal for the health category is to implement a morning and night schedule. The thing is that like I have always been like a night owl. Like I would stay up until 1 or 2 and just like do my own thing. And then I would wake up at like 9 or 10. And so now that I'm working like a 9 to 5, I clearly can't do that. And so today we're recording on January 8th. So it's been about a week. And I have been waking up almost every day at 7:30. And let me tell you, it is really hard because I'm someone who used to wake up at like 9 or 10. But like I'm doing it and I feel in the moment it sucks, but like it benefits me. Like I see the benefits of it. So,
well, good for you, girl, because it's not easy to stick to something when it's not feeling great in the moment, right? And the thing is with sleep and health goals in general, I feel like they always kind of suck at first. They always feel really daunting and really difficult. But again, especially with sleep schedule, it takes a while for your body to adjust. So you have to get through like the trial period. And once you're past that point, it becomes almost like second nature.
Yeah. So that's like, I'm just like trusting that if I stick to it, right? If I have discipline to stick to it, it'll be better. But
okay, so my health goals, I have 4. They're pretty simple, but that's okay. The first one is to take my vitamins more consistently because I am horrible at like going through a phase where I take it every day and it's really good, and then I don't take a vitamin for like 84 years, and then I'm like, I am horrible. Okay, so another one of my goals is doing consistent workouts, which I have not been successful in so far this year, but we'll get on it. It's cool. We'll get there. Kind of similar to you, I want to eat nutrient dense foods. So just be more mindful what I'm putting into my body, because I love snacking, and it's this isn't about cutting it out or shaming myself for eating certain things. It's about trying to like do what feels good, because if I eat like shit all the time, I feel like shit all the time. So I want to do better at just eating things that make me feel good. And then my last health goal is to just keep a better sleep schedule, which I also have not been good about this year, but I would love to, because honestly, your body just feels so much better when you do.
It really does. And I try to prioritize sleep because I know how important it is. But sometimes, you know, you have those weeks and those days where it's kind of thrown off. And that's okay. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, well, that was the health category. We're going to accomplish so much this year.
Whoop. We got this.
Do you want to move into the creative category?
Oh, sure thing.
Okay. Do you want to start?
Sure. Okay, so my first creative goal is to continue the podcast, which is kind of like a vague goal, but I really enjoy doing it. I think it's fun. It's like something creative to do, but also it's cool to see just like the process and being able to complete something and like get to that end goal, and like, I don't know, I love it. And then I want to write/publish a book. So like obviously I'm in the editing process, but I have really just found a love for writing in this process. And like there are some days when I don't want to do it at all, but overall it's such a fun, like I just find so much joy from it. And like Selena and I have been like Snapchatting about a book idea recently, and like straight up, that book is going to be a bestseller whenever we get, I don't know what's going to happen with that, but that idea is so good. But like again, like the community you can find with people who also love books, and like especially with you, like being able to talk about ideas with you, we just feed off of each other, and then all of a sudden it's like we have a full-fledged plot, and I'm like, what is happening right now?
It's so much fun. Good. It's so much fun, and it's again like similar to the podcast, it's like a creative outlet, but then you have someone to share it with and understand. So
exactly.
Love it.
And then my last creative goal is to just make fun social content. I think I've gotten caught up in the past, especially the past year, sometimes like especially with TikTok, about how many views or likes I'm getting. But honestly, I have this horrible habit of posting something and then watching my TikTok 500 times in a row because I think I'm freaking hilarious. But
you
like,
are.
But yeah, so I just want to kind of post the stuff that I want to post. At first it was very specific towards book themed things, but also I decided that I want to make it just whatever I'm feeling in the moment. Like I just want to post what's fun for me, because I think social media can be fun.
I agree. And I don't know, I feel like social media has such like weird constraints, weird like what's the word that I'm looking for? Weird expectations. Like there's just so many weird things around it, and like to take that away and just to have fun again, like that is what matters. So
totally, I agree.
Is that all for creative?
Yeah, that's all my creative goals. How about yours?
Nice. Okay, I only have 3. So my first one is a very light goal because I don't want to make myself feel bad, but I'm really hoping to land a literary agent, which is basically an agent to like pitch your book to publishing houses. Kind of like how you need to have an agent as an actor to get like really big projects. Basically the same thing for the book industry. But I'm really trying not to like put my worth into it. And like if it doesn't happen, that's totally fine, because no matter what, I'm still like a writer and an author and like nothing has changed. But I really want a literary agent so then I can publish my books. Like that is the ultimate dream. And so I'm really trying hard to get through this stupid revision and just send it to agents. Like, yeah. So
do you think that the revision you're working on now is going to be the one you send out, or are you going to have beta readers and all that stuff before you do that?
Yes. So I'm going to have multiple beta readers before I send it out, because it is so messy right now. I want to send it out to agents by, I think I said like mid 2023.
Okay, cool.
So that gives me enough time to like get my shit together and then also give time to like for people to like read and give me feedback. Nice. So, but yeah, I'm really excited, and I think I just need to just keep that top of mind. So
nice, cool.
Yeah.
You got this, girly.
Thank you. Okay, my next goal, similar to writing, I just want to improve my writing skills. Like, I just want to feel confident in my writing style and how I create worlds and characters and plots. And so that consists of like just reading books. Like, I just want to consume as much as I can in order to improve my craft. So,
I love that.
Yeah. And then my last one is that I want to focus on one social media platform. My younger sister last year, she said something really interesting where she was like, I just focus on one social media platform for the year. And like, I grew. Like, for example, she focused on Pinterest. And she like grew, and she has a following now. And I'm like, how do you have a following on Pinterest? And she's like, I just focus on Pinterest a lot. And I'm like, oh my God, you're so right. Like if I just put my energy into like one social media platform, I don't have to worry about the rest. And so I'm hoping to focus on TikTok, to build a brand there and connect with people. So I'm excited. I mean,
you go, girl.
It's a very loose goal, but it's a goal still.
Yeah, absolutely. All my goals are loose, girl.
Yeah. So yeah, that's creative.
Nice. Should we do self-growth?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. You can go first.
Okay. Great. So I only have one goal in self-growth, but that's to journal at least once a day. And now that I'm saying that, I realize that I didn't journal today, so I should do that. But I just want to be able to like connect with myself and be self-aware. And it's not saying that like I'm not self-aware. I just like really want to understand myself, if that makes sense. Like just the way that I think, and the way that I react, like just to understand myself more. And so I actually bought a guided journal from this business called Inside Then Out. And it's a journal that gives you prompts each day, but like each quarter, there's a different category that you focus on. So January, February, March is like self-awareness, and then the next month is like love, and then the next month is like something else. But like I'm really excited to reach those other months and just know more about myself.
That's awesome. Yeah. I love that. Journaling is so cool.
Yeah.
So great.
Everyone should try it.
So my self-growth, the first one is a little contradictory to the fact that I said make fun socials content, but I want to limit my social media. And in that sense, that doesn't mean I'm going to be posting less or like anything like that, because I still want to make fun social content, but not just constantly scroll every minute of free time I ever have.
Yes.
Like I want that to not always be my default. Yeah. I want to like be more mindful of the effort I'm putting in to like read, or the effort I'm putting in to like write, or like whatever, and not always be like, oh, I'm bored, let's just sit and scroll on TikTok for 3 hours. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by that. My next self-growth goal is to strengthen my faith, because although like that's obviously a big part of my life, I want it to be more something that I have consistently on my mind versus like almost going through these phases of like being up and down for it. Like I want it to be a consistent in my life, because it is a huge part of my life, and it means so much to me that like, and I also think I've been coming into my own with it in the sense that like no matter what religion or faith background you are, I feel like it comes down to your personal relationship with that. And that's what I'm trying to remind myself of like, okay, how can I do this in a way that like feels good for me and not get caught up in like what other people may think about how I am doing my faith or like things like that. Like, just remember that, like, at least for me, again, because I believe in God, you know, but like for me, just like remembering that it's like a personal relationship and that's the person that's judging me, not anyone around here. So like, I think that's something I want to be mindful of, because I get really caught up in how other people are viewing my level of faith.
Yeah. And it removes that like pressure from you, and then you can really truly focus on that relationship that you want to have, that you want to achieve.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's one of my goals.
Very nice.
Sorry, I feel like whenever I start talking about something like religious or like faithful, I just freaking go off. Like the Bible quote, I gave you a whole freaking soliloquy, but it's fine. Okay. I don't even know what a soliloquy. What is a soliloquy? Why did I use that word and I don't know what it means?
I don't know. Someone tell us what a soliloquy is.
Okay, and then my last self-growth goal, it's very broad, but I just want to gain confidence. And I feel like I'm already kind of coming into that, and I've been working on that for a long time, but like even talking about the dating stuff, like gaining confidence and like, this is what I want, so I'm gonna go for what I want and ask for what I want. And if I don't get that, cool, I'll move on to the next thing. Or like even with like my career or like my hobbies or like whatever, like just being confident in what I want and not being afraid to ask for what I want or like do what I need to do for myself. So
exactly. And I want to let you know that you're already doing it, you know?
Aw,
like you are already rocking it, and that I don't think, me personally, I don't think you need to improve on it, but you can just keep doing it. Like you are already so solid in that, in the way that you like present yourself and also communicate.
Bumble boy, you hear that?
So, I mean, I think you're doing a great job, but that is like such a good reminder just to keep on top of your mind of like, yes, I am confident and I can communicate what I want and what I don't like and what I do like, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. So we got this, girl. Yeah. Look at us. We're going to be journaling and confident and living our lives.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
The last category that I have is finance.
Okay, me too.
Okay, great.
Okay. So a few broad things, which honestly, realistically, looking at the bills I got for my little medical episode I'm not going to be able to truly start my budget until March because I have to pay off that bill from being in the ambulance. So peace out. That makes me want to cry when I think about it. But anyways, my first goal is to stick to my budget. So once I hit March and I'm able to pay that off, I am going to stick to my budget. So like I'm going to have a fun spending, a grocery spending, a gas spending, like all of these things, and just really stick to that because I do have a spending problem. I do.
Yeah.
The first step in recovery is admitting your faults.
Yes.
I have a spending problem. My name's Theoni and I have a spending problem. But no, literally. So I'm going to stick to my budget, and that's also sticking to my budget is going to help me pay off my loans better regularly. I know that like the repayment has been pushed off again until I think like June or July or something. But I want to try to put as much towards it as I can until then. So I'm going to try to like make that a part of my budget as well.
Very nice.
And then again, going along with all the stuff I've already said, just like spend less money on excess stuff that I don't really need, you know?
Yeah.
So just be more mindful of my purchases.
What
are your goals?
I thought you had more.
No, I said stick to my budget, pay off my loans, and spend less on excess.
Oh, God, that was fast. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's because I'm talking 100 miles an hour, so.
Okay, so my finance goals. So my first goal is to spend less impulsively, because I have noticed in 2022 that if I see something, an Instagram ad, anything, I just pull it up and I'll buy it immediately there. And I'm like, I can't be doing that anymore. Like I really can't. And so I've been creating a list on my phone and on Notion of like the things that I want so that I can rank them of like how much I really need or want this item and if I can afford it that month. And so like I'm really really trying to cut back my spending. And thankfully, too, I have no more room on my bookshelf, so I can't even buy any more books. So that's like a good thing.
No, I literally have no room on my tiny ass bookshelf either, but I think I honestly might buy another bookshelf.
Yeah, no, do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
And then my second goal is to save money. Which like I'm not bad at saving, but this year is a big year for like trips and just like different things. And so I really want to be aware of like the money that I'm saving for those particular things, but also in order to have like backup funds, like an emergency fund or whatever, which like I've never had. Like,
no, but it's so important because, like, for example, like what I was saying with like my ambulance bill, I did not anticipate that going into this year. And so it's good to have that set so then it doesn't completely throw you off.
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to like build, because I've never really had anything like it, because to be honest, I lived paycheck to paycheck in college, and graduating right after college as well, I was still living paycheck to paycheck too. So it's like I'm trying to build like a foundation underneath me in case something does happen. So but yeah, that's it for finance. We are going to be amazing, okay?
We are. Honestly, though, like, we already talked about these goals outside of the podcast as well, but I think reiterating them now, again, like a little while after, is making me feel rejuvenated to do it again, which, again, is why we talked earlier about how important it is to talk about your goals with other people, because number one, accountability, but also it's similar to what you were saying with journaling, right? Like, speaking those things out loud or writing them down and like visualizing it really helps it become a reality versus just like this idea you have in your own head, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah.
Oh, this like put me in a better mood. Like I'm ready.
No,
to
literally, we were already in a good mood and now we're in a better mood and we're gonna go rock our shit, bitch. The funny thing is, I was literally just talking to my mom. I was like, because at Christmas, my family was giving me crap because they were like, you swear like a sailor on your podcast. And I was like, you're not wrong. And
I'm so sorry.
It's so funny. No. It's so funny because I was telling my mom, I was like, Mom, I have a confession to make. I swear all the time on my podcast. And she's like, why do you do that? And I was like, I don't know. I really don't know. Putting this microphone in front of me makes me be like, bleep, 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 bleep. And it's horrible. So one of my goals, it's funny, was to swear less. And guess what? I just said so many swear words in a row. So starting next episode, I'm not going to swear ever again. Just kidding.
Okay.
That's unrealistic.
I'm like, okay.
I want to swear less. Just for fun.
I'm so sorry. I'm usually pretty well at like censoring myself, but
Same.
like
not on this.
Our podcast, there's just like no filter on me. Like
no, literally none. I definitely swear more on my podcast than I do in real life.
Oh yeah. Well, I probably swear equally, but
okay,
it's
fair.
okay. It's okay. Mm-hmm. I am vulgar. Okay. All right. What is our episode topic for next week?
So our next, sorry, I had to remember. Our episode for next week is going to be talking about our least favorite songs. So we've done music episodes before, but we're always pretty complimentary, I would say. Not next week. Just kidding. No, we'll still be fine. But like we're going to be talking about our least favorite songs. And I know one of them for sure.
It's so funny that like we were talking about not swearing and like next week we're gonna be so heated. Like,
oh, I know.
That's when we swear, you know.
Yeah, literally. literally it's when we get heated is when it comes out.
It's like really bad. But I am excited. I'm a little excited, I guess, because I have to think about the songs that I don't like, and I like black them out of my mind. So I have to like really think.
No, exactly. But I think it'll be fun. It'll be a different kind of episode, but I think it'll be super fun.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.